Hello, welcome everybody. How you guys feeling? How you guys doing? It's your boy Pillah, and today we are talking about the transfer market. A lot of things have happened right now because we have basically gotten a report from Craig Hope, and this report is basically saying that Benjamin Sesko has chosen Newcastle over Manchester United. This is crazy work. Yesterday, we were looking at Benjamin Sesko looking towards um Manchester United. Now we are just getting word from Craig Hope um that he is choosing Newcastle over Manchester United. He basically says Benjamin Sesko update. Newcastle have presented package and vision for player and await decision. Man United also at table. Reports from Slovenia of choosing Newcastle Football Club noted, but nothing is communicated yet. Filling in week, filling in week. Man United faves, but hope remains after much work done. I don't know what that part meant, but then Chris Wheeler then reposts it. Chris Wheeler that I actually do like to kind of watch and that kind of get a sense of. He says Benjamin Sheshko updates for from Craig Hope. Following reports in Slovenia that RB Leipzig striker has chosen Newcastle over Manchester United. This is crazy work. Williams Thomas, how you doing? Awesome, Red Devils for life. United, United, United. Um, he said hello there from New Zealand. Okay, you watch it from New Zealand. Shout out to you. We don't need him. Everyone will come running to United once we get to where we want to. It's to matter of time. It's just crazy, bruv. We need a striker. We need a striker. This is the craziest part of this situation. I'm sitting here, and what I do usually, my point is like I'm emailing people, I'm texting people. I don't have sources the way like Chris Wheeler would have or Craig Hope would have, but like brother, we need a striker, and Benjamin Sheshko is the guy for me. He is the guy for me. Oh my God, this is ridiculous, man. I don't even know how to kind of navigate this of where he is going to be going. So I'm keeping out hope, right? I'm literally keeping out hope, but this is crazy work. It's crazy work. Frank's into it. Well, the Premier League season doesn't really have a playoff system. It's not like the NFL or like the NBA. The way the Premier League it works is um there are 38 games, right? 38 games. Each team plays every team in the Premier League. And then they play every team in the Premier League. If you win a game, that is 3 points. If you draw a game, which basically means there's no winner, that is a point. If you lose a game, that is 0 points. So the goal is to get as much point as you can before the 38th game. You get me? Get as much point as you can before the 38th game. And if you're at the top of the table, you've basically won the Premier League. It is a hard way to do it. But if you're at the bottom of the table, the last three um, people at the bottom of the table will get relegated to the lower championship. And then the ones that win that league in the championship come up. And the championship actually has a playoff system to kind of get the last two. I'll be the last one. So that's kind of how it's kind of a rough explanation, but I hope that helps. Kunde says, yo, can I ask you Kunde or Hakimi? Right now and Hakimi. Right now as we speak is Hakimi. Hakimi is the best right back in the world right now. What if there's a tie at the top of in points? So if there's a tie at the top in points, which has actually happened before, I think it was Manchester United versus Manchester City at the top of the table. They go into goal for versus goal against, right? They go into the goal difference. And then if the goal difference doesn't kind of do the thing, then they start going into a little bit different, which is crazy, but it's not really clear after the goal difference. The one thing that I will tell you is in Italy, in Serie A, if 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 the people at the top it's equal. If there's a tie at the top, what you see is them actually play one game to see who wins it all. And I think it will be really good to see that kind of situation. One game, who wins it all, instead of us kind of having this whole thing about going into goals for and goals against. Um, it says, I really don't like that system. I love a playoff, like maybe the top four. Don't get me wrong, it's very, very interesting, but the playoffs makes it fun, but you already have those systems in the Champions League. You have the system in the other leagues, so that's kind of the situation. But yeah, let's get back into the show. This is crazy work when it comes to what has happened right now. Nobody expected this, but Benjamin Sesko, and this is coming from Craig Hope. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm taking it by a pinch of salt because I don't really know Craig Hope as much, and I'm not like used to kind of his content. Plus, I'm not used to knowing whether he is like a tier one reporter. But I do know who what's his name is. I do know who Chris Wheeler is, and Chris Wheeler usually is someone that follows Manchester United a lot. And so when you think about this situation, it is quite scary. It is quite scary that we could actually be looking at Benjamin Sheshko going to the Champions League. Newcastle, is it Champions League? They do have, yes, they have Champions League. Newcastle having Champions League. But dang, this is gonna be tough news, man. It's sad news. But then let's keep on talking about the other strikers, right? But guys, if you guys have the question, if you have any questions, bring it on. We are definitely going to answer it down here on Pillar Sports. So guys, bring it on. When it comes to the other striker that is on the move right now, from today is that Alexander Isak has made a bid. Sorry, not Alexander Isak making the bid, but what's his name? What their name? Liverpool made a bid for Alexander Isak today for around 110 million pounds. You understand? 110 million pounds. Liverpool made a bid, but this is also including add-ons, I believe. And in this situation, right? In this situation, Liverpool has basically said, hey, we are interested in this player, and they have told Alexander Isak they are interested. But what you have in this situation is that Newcastle has basically not reported, Newcastle just said, no, thank you. They did not even come back and say, like, let's renegotiate or let's talk about the situation. No, they just said, no, that's a very, very, very harsh way to kind of kill the conversation. But don't get me wrong, this is just like a tactic, right? This is just a tactic to kind of get Liverpool kind of bidding a little bit more. But Liverpool are not going to be the guys to kind of go there and continue bidding, and continue bidding. They're not going to do that. They just want to show Alexander Isak that, hey, we have started the process of getting you from Newcastle. And now, is the situation going to be completed? That is what we're yet to see. But I believe that in the Alexander Isak situation, it's not mostly just about the money. It's also about if they can get a top class striker. If they can get a top class striker, then it's a little different. You get, then it's a little different. Um, Frank says, is Champions League like La Liga and the Bundesliga with them to see who's best? Well, the Champions League is the collection of the best in each league in Europe. And then they play and to see who is kind of the best in Europe. And that's basically the Champions League. So that's how it is. Um, did you ever watch the NFL when you come to Europe? I know they used to have US football games, football leagues. No, I do watch the NFL. And I wanted to talk about the whole Michael Parsons thing and him requesting a transfer or requesting a trade. And how in the NFL, or not in the NFL, but in Cowboys, all having this problem with the same guy. So, if definitely if you want to talk about that, and then we'll definitely kind of get a show. Cowboy fan? No, I'm not really. I don't really have like a team when it comes to the NFL. I just kind of watch good good football and I kind of go from there. Like I've appreciated, okay, let me even say this. I kind of got enamored by the NFL when when the Chiefs had Tyreek Hill. You understand? When the Chiefs had Tyreek Hill, I was like, my God, this is interesting because of all the ideas of how like you throw down the lane and you throw down the lane and Mahomes does the magic or Mahomes does this or does that. But then it kind of died down a little bit, and then I started watching the Cowboys about the whole Jeopardy about um, Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott, um, of course the guy that has left now, and I think he's in Indianapolis if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there's so many things that happened in the Cowboys that it's crazy work. I used to go to the Patriots games. It was crazy. Football is a very intricate sport. Yes, it is, man. It definitely is an intricate sport. It's something that like there's always preparation upon preparation. It's always prepare, prepare, prepare. There's always an option and there's always an answer for something else. So yeah, it's an intricate sport for sure, for lack of a better term. Um, but yeah, man, guys, this whole situation is mind-boggling to me. Now, about Alexander Isak, right? About Alexander Isak, he is having, he is literally, is he's posturing to Liverpool, telling them, "Hey, I want to come." And he's literally doing everything in his power to actually leave Newcastle because he is not in preseason. He is not even in Newcastle where he can like, okay, I don't want to go to preseason. I don't want to get injured. Let me stay in Newcastle and just work out. No, the guy is not even in England. You understand? He is not even in England. He is in Spain in Real Sociedad training with them. And by the way, Real Sociedad was his former team. He's also going to be, he has a sell-on clause in his contract. So Real Sociedad has everything when it comes to like, yeah, make this move happen. So they can get a little bit of change coming into them or coming into their coffers. So he's training with Real Sociedad and he's not with Newcastle, and that has definitely been a problem. But in this situation, the hardest part about the situation is Newcastle, before they sell Alexander Isak, even though they have put a price tag of 150 million pounds, which is going to be the biggest money spent for any player in, it's going to be a world record fee, not world record fee, but um British record fee for a player, 150. You understand? It will be the British record fee. But that is not just the problem. They also want a striker. They want to line up a striker, and that's why they have been going for Benjamin Sesko. That's why they have been going for Benjamin Sesko. So this is going to be problematic. It's going to be problematic, especially for Manchester United that also wants Benjamin Sesko. Frank says coaching is the most important in football. One bad coach can take the whole team down. It's Real Madrid, the best team. I can't beat them in FIFA. Way too much talent. Okay, I kind of put that, put two things together in that situation. But let me answer the first question. Coaching absolutely is important in football. I do not think it's the most important because I truly believe that if you have a quarterback, okay, let me even say this. The tandem of a coach and a quarterback, a good coach and a great quarterback makes a Super Bowl team. Anytime makes a Super Bowl threat. That's kind of like the tandem that I know because usually what that happens is the coach gets the best out of the players and the quarterback also knows how to find where the players is, making coaching decisions right in real time. You get making coaches decisions in real time. And that's why I believe that the Kansas City Chiefs are always going to keep on going to the Super Bowl or going to the AFC Championship if they keep Mahomes and what's the coach's name again? Andy Reid. If they keep those two, it's going to happen. Now, what's the call him? His name? Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Travis Kelsey. Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelsey, might not be the greatest player that he was before. And so they will definitely need to replace him. But in my mind, that's usually like the best or the most important part. Is Real Madrid the best team I can. Well, Real Madrid does have one of the best squads, and I think arguably the best squad in the world when it comes to the collection of football players. But they of course have problems in coaching and managing them and all those things. That's kind of where the problem lies. Guys, I gotta drink water. Give me a second. All right, now let's look at Xavi Simons because this player has absolutely just done one thing that is a cardinal is a cardinal rule when it comes to like I want out of this club. They basically go take out RB Leipzig from their Instagram bio. So it basically was reported today, which is crazy that this is news now, but it definitely is a sign that he wants out of RB Leipzig. Fabrizio Romano says Xavi Simons removing RB Leipzig from his Instagram bio, seen as transfer message. He wants the Chelsea move. Negotiations remain advanced. More work to be done or to get done, but Xavi has 2 years left on his contract and won't extend. Tinubu, how far? How about it? Let us breathe, Tinubu. Let us breathe. But yeah, so Xavi Simons wants the move to Chelsea. And the funny thing about this situation is if Xavi Simons goes to Chelsea, Chelsea are just a better side. Because now you're going to be having creative juggernauts like Xavi Simons and Cole Palmer in the same team. Now, how Enzo Maresca is going to be able to do it, I have no idea. I have no idea. But trust me when I say this, that's a problem I want to have. I want to have the problem of having too many good players. You understand? Too many good players and not knowing where to put them. Tinubu says, "What team do you support?" United, United, United. I support Manchester United. Um, Frank says, "If you could play for any team, what team would you choose?" Well, are you talking about software? Because I would definitely choose Manchester United. I would actually pay for free. Well, for the minimum, let me not say for free because this life is lifing. But I'll definitely play for the minimum if I have to play for Manchester United. If I can play for Manchester United. Tinubu is laughing at me. Tinubu, why are you laughing at me? Are you a United fan too? Are you going through all the hardships that we are going through? Let us know. But and then you look at Amardo, Mando. Um, at that position, at that 10 position, yes, that has always been my position ever since I moved from playing the number 9 position. So yes, I would have played the number 10 position. So I'll be playing against Bruno Fernandes. Um, I liked the Spurs because of their social media. Well, Spurs definitely have a social media presence for sure. Amando Broya expected to leave Chelsea and join Burnley with the player green light already arrived. Agreement is done. This is one player that I'm like, I'm sad that it didn't work out because Amando Broya is a talented boy. He is a talented player. Tinubu, what team do you support? Let us know. Um, Frank says, I played every position in soccer. I hated goalie. Trust me when I say this, it is a tough place to play. I usually be like let's say if my goalkeeper gets a red card and we don't have any substitutes, then I get into the post. But I dislike falling on the ground when it comes to being a goalkeeper. Tinubu says, "Me too, brother. I understand. We are suffering now. Basically, the sad news that we just dropped right now is that reports from Slovenia are saying that, bro, are you hearing me? I want you to pay attention to this. Reports from Slovenia are saying that Benjamin Sesko is choosing Newcastle over Manchester United. That is the crazy part. Frank says, "You like me, man. You like to score. You like to make things happen." Absolutely. That has always been the goal, man. That has always been the goal. Let me see if I can move you guys a little bit better in a better situation because I don't love the fact that I'm turning my head always when the camera is also in front of me. So, yeah, let's move this to the side. Let's move this to the side. I hope you guys can still see. I hope the lighting is still better or still good because I just have one source of light. I probably need to go get a better one or get a new one. So yeah, let's get this party started. Let's see what is Tinubu saying. Don't worry, Sheshko shit. We get Watkins better options. Manchester United. Well, let me say this though. Sheshko is not shit. You understand? Sheshko is not shit. Let's not start like revising history because of we want things to kind of work out in our favor. Sheshko is a beautiful player. And Manchester United need to go in and find a way to get this deal done. We cannot, and I repeat, we cannot be dealing with the idea that we do not get Sheshko. Tinubu says we don't want Sheshko. Brother, I want Sheshko. I want Sheshko, bro. I want Sheshko. What are you telling me? What are you telling me, bro? I want Sheshko so bad. Because we need a striker. We need a striker. And then guess what? RB Leipzig are also giving us an opportunity to give them Rasmus Hoyland and get Sheshko. Why don't we do it? Why won't we do it? Do it in a blink of an eye. Don't get me wrong, I still love Rasmus Højlund, and I think he's going to be a talented player. But Manchester United, the confidence here is just tough, man. It's just tough. Tinubu says reject by Arsenal. Rejected by Arsenal and Man United? I don't understand, bro. I do not understand. Uh, Jeez, man, I need to figure this out. Whether it's a stand or like whatever the situation is, but I need to do it. I need to figure it out soon. Yeah, bro. So many things are happening, man. So many things are happening. Um, so many. All right. Okay, let's keep on going. Olympic Marseille are not giving up of for Timothy Weah. As talks with Juventus continue, Weah only wants Olympic Marseille. Club to club talks remain on the way. Marcel is on it, so that's good. I actually want him to go there because it makes sense to everybody that he actually goes to a team. Um, he says Tinubu says Sheshko, they don't want him. Well, Arsenal definitely pulled out of the race because of not because of Benjamin Sesko, but because of a lot of negotiations and some weird things that RB Leipzig tend to do. RB Leipzig be asking like, "Oh, can you put a sell-on clause? Why would I put a sell-on clause when I'm buying somebody to be here for the rest of his career? Why do you want to do that?" Watkins is clear priority by Amorim. No, well, Amorim prefers Watkins. Amorim prefers Watkins, but he's okay with either or. You understand? He prefers Watkins, but he's okay with either or. Not because of he prefers Watkins because Watkins is a better player. He prefers him because he's more Premier League proven. And it's not a situation of where we have to continue risking who is he going to be able to adjust? Is he going to be able to um, play the game that Manchester United want to play? He knows that he can play it. He has played in the Premier League. He knows the season. He knows the way the cookie crumbles, and that's the only reason why I think Amorim wants what's his name wants this guy over Sheshko or wanted Watkins over Shesko. So yeah, man, the whole thing is crazy, man. A lot of things happening. And then we see Paris Saint-Germain at the final stages of Lucas Chevalier deal. Here we go, it's coming soon. 40 million euros deal being sorted directly between President Al Khalifi and Letang as Lille for more add-ons, but very close. Chevalier accepted a 5-year deal last week. That is good news, man, because what Anthony, thank you for the rose. I truly appreciate it. Salute to you, brother. One thing with this situation is that if Chevalier goes to PSG, what happens to Gianluigi Donnarumma? Luigi. What happens to him? What happens to Donnarumma? Does Donnarumma decide, okay, I need to leave, and where does he go? Because Manchester United was inquiring and was sniffing around that deal. Don't get me wrong about this situation. It's not just going to be a smooth sailing because it is hard. It is a tough one, but it's a troubling one still. Um, Florian Plattenberg says, understand Alexander Isak has once again made it clear that he wants to join Liverpool FC. Even Manchester United made an inquiry in the recent days, but Alexander Isak turned it down. He only wants Liverpool. Now, this whole situation is crazy because why do you have to put us in this situation? We have already ruled it out that we do not want to get Alexander Isak, but why are you still bringing Manchester United's name into this situation? It's like even Manchester United, there was no need for that line. Even Manchester United made an inquiry in recent days, but Isak turned it down. He only wants Liverpool. The players' camp remain optimistic that an agreement can be reached this transfer window after a 120 million pound bid was rejected by Newcastle. Isak's agreement with Liverpool until 2031 is 100% done. Now, the key part about this situation is that what Fabrizio Romano said is not 120. He said actually 110, and Newcastle just said no. They do not want to sell, not yet anyway. So that's definitely what happened in that situation. Tinubu says Watkins is clear. Okay, we've talked about that already. He says, I am excited to see Brandon Buemo. Don't get me wrong, I am so pumped up for Brandon Buemo. It's crazy, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys know what's his name? Um Kevin Hart. So excited, but yeah, I'm excited about Brandon Buemo. It's crazy to think about. Andre Onana must stay. He's going to stay. Nobody's buying him injured. That's definitely one thing we can know for sure. Laminos, welcome back, man. It has been a minute. I hope you're good. Lamino says, like I said before, Newcastle is a better move for Sheshko. Stable club, but the main striker with no pressure instead of Manchester United, who ruined many youngsters' careers. Don't get me wrong. I know that that is what has been the what do you call it, the picture so far. You understand? That has been the picture for Manchester United so far. We have seen the likes of what's his name? Rasmus Højlund. We have seen the likes of Odion Igalo. We have seen the likes of Anthony Martial, Paul Pogba, Anthony Elanga. So many talented players have come through Manchester United and have not survived. But the difference between what Manchester United are right now, it's not and what they were before, is the idea that there's a stability right now in the front line. There's a stability right now in the front line. There's an understanding, a Premier League proven front line that they are trying to assemble just because of the idea of when we assemble this, then um it makes it a little bit easier for him to kind of adjust because he knows and has people around him that would actually get the job done for him and make it easier. Let me, for lack of a better term. Tinubu says, have you seen Baby Umbuemo? Brother, I have seen Umbuemo. I've seen Umbuemo. Now, don't get me wrong, he hasn't played for Manchester United yet. But I'm actually looking forward to it because I think he's going to be playing for us tomorrow against Everton. So I'm looking forward to it. Frank, thank you for following, man. I truly appreciate you, big dog. Um, Frank says, what's the biggest sporting event you have ever been to? I have been to the World Cup final in 2010. I think yes, it was in South Africa. So I've been to that World Cup final. What else says have I have been to the Lever Cup and WWE Money in the Bank so far. Oh, don't get me wrong. See, one thing I've always wanted to check out, right, is the WWE. Now, when I was growing up, I loved the WWE. I loved it. I would watch it, bro. I would even practice. That's how crazy I would be. I would practice, but like when I had the opportunity, when they came close to my city, I just at that time I'd already understood that okay, this is kind of more of an entertainment, and I was heartbroken. I was like, no, we should have been real. It should have been real. Uh, it should have been real. But that's kind of the thing that made me not go to watch it. But thank you though, guys. Hit that follow button, guys. Hit that like button. We have some people here on YouTube. We have some people here on TikTok. We need to get to a 10,000 subscribers or 10,000 followers on TikTok and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, guys, hit that like button, share it to someone that you love, and let's get it going. Tinubu says, no baby on Buemo blood, UG on TikTok. No, I haven't. Oh, are you talking about? Okay, no, I've not seen Baby Mbuemo. You need to send it to me. You need to send it to me on TikTok. It's Pillar Sports on TikTok too. So send it to me so I can watch it and kind of enjoy it. Maybe react to what it is. Lamino says, as a United fan, aren't you worried about your midfield and defense? I thought attack was the least of your concern because last time Newcastle played Manchester United, they ran through the midfield. Now, let me not lie to you. Um, the striking position was the most um the most part of my concern. The defense is the least part of my concern because we do have depth in that defense, and we play with a um, def- uh, three centre back position with two wing backs. So I actually believe that our defense is solid. Now we can improve that defense. Don't get me wrong, we can improve that defense. Classic Rich in the building. Classic Rich in the building. What's up, bro? It's been a minute. It's been a long while, bro. Welcome back. But yes, we do have quite a solid defense. And we do have what do you call it? We do have options in the defense. What we do not have is options in the midfield. And that's one of the beautiful things about the news that came out yesterday. The news came out yesterday that Manchester United are open in bringing one midfielder if an opportunity arises. And that is the key part of it. If the opportunity arises, that is the key part. He says, just search Blood UG. Okay, I'll check. I will definitely check. I'll check. I want to see Baby Mbuemo. Um, but yes, so Manchester United are definitely looking to bring a midfielder in. However, in that situation, it's not just about them getting a midfielder. They also have to get a striker first before they get the midfielder. That's kind of the option that they're doing. Um, fucking stupid. I'm sorry for cursing, guys. But Rich says a striker, a midfielder, and a goalkeeper. Yes, that is actually how Manchester United see it. So they are seeing it as they need to get okay. Now they have gotten the two priority targets that they wanted, which was the two number tens. They want to get a striker first, so that's the number one priority. And then after that priority is going to be the midfielder, and then the last priority for Manchester United is the goalkeeper. Now, that goalkeeper part is going to be a very, very tough situation because I don't actually think it's going to happen. But, but, they are also open into that situation. Tinubu says, we need Baleba. Oh, he would be perfect. Carlos Baleba. If you guys do not know, Carlos Baleba is a son of already a professional footballer. So this kid has been growing and he has been enamored into football. That is one of the beautiful things about him. He started as a winger and then transferred into a midfielder. That's why you can see his beautiful techniques in terms of going in and out and breaking lines and also having technique to pass. So Baleba will be a really good option for Manchester United. Now, the key part about this situation is that Manchester United cannot afford Carlos Baleba. We cannot afford Carlos Baleba because we are going to be facing Brighton in a negotiation battle. There's no way we win it without money. There's no way we win it without leverage of us being at the top of the Premier League. There's no way we win it right now. So Carlos Beleba, let's just keep that whole conversation till like next season when there's actually money in the bank. Tinubu says we have Chido Xerxes Hoyland already. Oh God. Oh God. Um well, let me actually answer this question. Chido Obi, Chido Obi, my boy, he's a talent. He is a talented player. But the worst thing you would do for Chido right now, when Manchester United are actually trying, this is the key part. We are trying to rebuild. Is for us to put a 17-year-old striker to lead the line for the biggest club in the world. Bro, that is a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure. It could break Chido. Chido is very quiet. Chido is very timid right now. There's no way. All he needs to do is come out or come on in like 20 minutes when Manchester United have basically scored or are basically winning. You understand? That's the only thing that he should be doing right now as we speak. Berraino in the building. Berraino, what's good, man? What's good? Man, I love seeing people that I actually enjoy talking to coming into the live, so that's good. And then when it comes to Joshua Xerxes is not a pure number nine. He's not a pure number nine. And because he's not a pure number nine, based on how we want to play football, based on how we want to play football, we cannot, we cannot be depending on Joshua Xerxes to lead the line for us. He is a very good player when he drops in. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to bring my tactics board right now out. But one of the things that you have to know is there's a way we can play with Joshua Xerxes that is going to actually kick us up into playing very good football. But that's the problem, is that we have to then adjust to a lot of things. And for Rasmus Hoyland has everything it takes to become a world-class striker. But guess what? Whenever his confidence is not in there, whenever he has lost confidence, he doesn't know how to play football anymore. It is the worst case of losing confidence I've ever seen. Tinubu says, "What is your prediction for Man United next season?" I think fifth or fourth. I actually said fifth, and I'm going to stick to it. A lot of people think I'm joking, but I think Manchester United are going to be fifth place and actually challenge to be in the top four. So it's going to be a little bit like what you see Nottingham Forest. We're going to struggle in the season. We're going to be fourth, third, fifth, fourth, third, and then we are going to finally end up in fifth in my mind. Let me answer some questions here on TikTok. Frank, I'm sorry that I haven't answered them yet, but let's answer it. It says, who would you say is the best American player ever? I don't know our national team too well. Well, when it comes to best American player ever, I would say Clint Dempsey. Boy, he was cold in the Fulham. He was a cold son of a gun. A lot of people are going to say the other striker. I've even forgotten his name, but when it comes to being the best that I have seen from the US, it is definitely Clint Dempsey. He was a very, very good goal scoring machine. And the funny thing about the whole situation is that whenever he came to play for the US, they treated him like as if he was a regular old player. He says, I think we could stun England next year, though. That would definitely be a shocker. What's his name? Thomas Tuchel would definitely lose his job if the US defeats England next season. Branenino, salute to you, man. So only at United you hear 9.5. No, it's not only at United. We heard it at Bologna. We heard it at Bologna. Stop it. I know you're a Barcelona fan, but stop it, brother. Come on now. Let's be real. Let's be for real, for real. Let's be for real, for real. This did not start at Manchester United. But he's actually right. He is technically a 9.5. He doesn't play. He basically is saying, I get to the ball, I get to the post, I am a number nine, but I also love coming to that number 10 position. That's basically what 9.5 means. I know it's very, very, very confusing sometimes. But yeah, guys, keep on dropping your questions. Keep on dropping your questions. Tinobu says, I need to sleep. Well, Tinobu, go and sleep, my brother. Don't worry, we'll be here waiting for you. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, though. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, Tinobu, so you can tell us to not breathe or tell us breathe. Let us breathe when when we go live. Of course, just hit that subscribe button so we can get to 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Absolutely, I appreciate you, big dog. Easy. Easy's in the building. Man, we are getting the OGs, man. Say I have subscribed. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you. We are seeing the OGs in the building. I love that for us. I love that for us, man. I absolutely love that for us. Okay, now let's talk about this Chelsea's obsession with buying players. Because at this point, it's getting ridiculous. How many people Chelsea have and have not even sold yet? It is getting ridiculous. Berahino says Sheshko might go to Newcastle apparently. Bro, I literally just said it before we even started going on. That was the first thing we spoke about. I was going through and I was looking at all the people that I kind of do my check marks before I kind of give you guys any news. Um, and Chris Wheeler is one of my check marks. You understand? And Wheeler posted from someone that is called Craig Ho, who kind of works with Chris Wheeler because they both have BM in their. I think that's the Daily Mail. Um, they both. So he tweeted that in Slovenia, which is the country of Benjamin Sesko, it is reported that Benjamin Sesko is choosing Newcastle over Manchester United. Now it is not clear. Fabrizio Romano has already said it before he went back to bed that he hasn't made a decision yet. The decision has not been communicated yet, and I have to give Craig Hope the benefit of the doubt because he also said it has not been communicated yet. But that is the feeling that they're getting in Slovenia. Easy says they have been selling though. Well, yes, they did sell Felix, but that's about it. Who did they sell else? Who's the other person they sold? I don't think Chelsea have sold anyone else. I don't think they have sold it. Okay, oh yes, they did sell Madueke to Arsenal. They did sell Madueke. Okay, I guess they're actually making moves. They're actually making moves and selling people. Well, I definitely take back my statement. They're definitely making moves and selling people. So it makes sense now because they sold Madueke. Oh, this Vega. They sold Renato Vega. No, I don't think they sold Renato Vega. Gil just went on loan. He just went on loan right now. He went to Sunderland for on loan. Um, so Chelsea maintained total confidence to sign both Harald Hato and Xavi Simons. Negotiations continued this week with Ajax. After total agreement with Hato last week, deal closed. Xavi Simons won Chelsea and talks with RB Leipzig on fee structure of the deals are ongoing. So yes, Gil just left um to Sunderland, I believe, and Renato Vega. I'm not sure Renato Vega is out of Chelsea. Yes. Atalanta has just informed Inter about their decision to reject the 42 million euros plus 3 million add-ons bid for Ademola Lookman. This is crazy. This is crazy. Another thing that is absolutely happening that nobody is talking about, right, is that Joao Polinia has completed his medical to join Tottenham Hotspur. Former steps to follow between clubs. Deal agreed on loan with salary covered by Tottenham Hotspur and a buy option clause. It is not mandatory, but why wouldn't you want to buy Joao Paulinho for £30 million? Now, the crazy thing about this situation is that they bought the same player last year for £60 million. You understand? £60 million. Yeah, they definitely made a mistake. They definitely made a mistake. Dave Onstein says Newcastle rejects official bid from Liverpool for Alexander Isak. Initial approach informal. Now from Liverpool offer and turned down. Newcastle suggested new deal with the 2026 release clause. Plus, senior teams pushed the 25-year-old to stay, but he wants the move. Well, that's quite sad. That I would say. Um, it says, Frank says, who is the best American player ever? We have nothing, but we will win the World Cup. I hope so. Because trust me when I say this, America would absolutely love that. I still think Clint Dempsey is the best player ever I've seen in the US, in the USA. I haven't seen many of them. I haven't seen many of the players that have come out of that, but Clint Dempsey was somebody I watched in the Premier League, and trust me, when I was younger, when I was watching Clint Dempsey, I was like, "Geez, this dude is a talent. He should have been out of Fulham sooner, but who knows?" Um, is it the latest Newcastle news true about Zesco? Yes, Chris. Um, I wouldn't even say yes exactly, but like I said, the news in there is the feeling. It's not, he hasn't communicated anything yet, but I want to bring you guys the news as soon as possible, right? I want to bring you guys the news as soon as possible. Um, with this news, Šeško in Slovenia, and I'm repeating it, in Slovenia, there's a feeling that Šeško is going to be choosing Newcastle over Manchester United. That is the feeling from Slovenia, which, if you might ask, why Slovenia? Slovenia is the home country of Benjamin Sesko. So that is definitely very valid. Pepper to Arsenal. Well, Chelsea has definitely sold a lot of players. Bettinelli to City. Wow, I did not know that. Wow. Um, Izzy says they want 150 plus. Yes, they do. They do want that price, but not just that. They want 150 plus. They also want to have what do you call it? To have an option or a surefire option that they are going to get a top class striker like Benjamin Sesko. Izzy says best American player, Pulisic. When you're talking about best player in the world or best player ever, Pulisic has not gotten close to even being that in my mind. Yes, he has done good for the US, but he has not come close, especially with the scandal that we saw this summer. He hasn't come close to beating Clint Dempsey or beating Howard or beating what is the other guy's name? The other striker, I've forgotten his name. Berahino says we aren't winning. I was about to say it, but I'm also live on YouTube, and YouTube we definitely not live that. Why choose non-champions or Europa League Manchester United? Well, the truth about it is it's in that statement. It is Manchester United, so that is why you choose Manchester United. But guess what? We do not know what he's going to choose yet. I believe we are going to get the news soon. Um, but we are just going to be giving you guys every update, like I promised. Every update you guys are going to get when it comes to all these big news and stuff like that. We as okay. Diego Dallo backs Ruben Amorim's handling of Manchester United bomb squad. He says, if you want to be at Manchester United, you need to match some standards. If you are not able to match it, it is not the place for you. Diego Dallo backs Amorim handling of the bomb squad. This is a troubling idea. Now he has to say this. He doesn't have to say this exact thing. That's not what I'm saying. But he has to agree with the manager because he wants to be a Manchester United. You understand? He wants to be a Manchester United, and that bomb squad, unfortunately, definitely going out of the club. Izzy says, and he won't face any competition in Slovenia, I guess. Well, true that. Clint Dempsey is better, definitely. Clint Dempsey is definitely better than Pulisic right now. Don't get me wrong, Clint Dempsey, yes, did not have the technical ability, but bro, when it comes to finishing, he was second to none some days. My day just got a little bit better. Of course, you're a Newcastle fan, so enjoy it. PNC says choosing the Man United over playing in the Champions League is lame. It's not, bro. It's not. The question is, you have to kind of you're not choosing to play for 1 year. You understand? If it's not in the NFL where you're playing 1 year or you're negotiating a 1 year contract. It's not in the NFL. You're not doing that. You're actually negotiating 5 years. You're actually negotiating. Anytime I see her name, it makes me happy a little bit. You're negotiating 5 years. That's what you're negotiating. And so the idea is that, are you telling me that Newcastle in 5 years, right, will still be better than Manchester United? I don't believe so. Say it is lame. Play for Champions League. Manchester United is not what they once were. But the truth is, they are going to get back. They are going to get back. Okay, I need to stop. What the heck? I need to focus. Focus. Hi, by the way. I see you. I hope we get Sesko decision this weekend. Yeah, I hope so too. Because, bro, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It's August already. It is literally in 2 weeks' time. The league is going to start. In 2 weeks' time, the league is going to start. He needs to make a decision and start moving into that club because trust me, you will not even be able to play in August if you don't move right now. You will not be able to play in August. You understand? You will not be able to play in August whatsoever. I I move. What is this guy doing to me? Um. Okay. I need to stop. I need to stop. All right. Going to be better. Man United. How about a non-biased channel? You biased to Man United? No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the likelihood for Manchester United being where we are, or being where we are right now, is it's not high. And based on what they have brought to Manchester United, you know for a fact, right? You know for a fact that Manchester United are going to be better. That's what I'm saying. I am not biased. I know where Manchester United are. I definitely know. But we are going to be better. That I can assure you. He says stop. Yeah, okay, I've stopped. I don't know. I don't know. I'm the one with the camera and I'm the one getting all the pressure. But it's okay. Um, Chris says, true. I think League One started today, so Sheshko better choose quick. Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. Sahi. So this is a sport channel with a bias to Man United. That's not what I'm saying, bro. This is not. We are not biased here. Well, don't get me wrong. There's always a bias. I always have a rose tinted glass. I always want Manchester United to be better. But one thing that is for sure, I'm always going to be fair. You get? I'm always going to be fair. So me saying that Manchester United are going to be better means Manchester United are not going to be 15th. If he comes, he just makes Manchester United extra better. You get? He makes Manchester United a lot better. Barahino says Fab said United want a midfielder. We would give you Araujo in exchange for Euro. No, 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 no. You can keep your mistake driven player. Keep him. I do not want Araujo anywhere in my club. You can keep him. Thank you. Thank you. I understand that Araujo is a good defender. He said he played in the midfield in the academy. Border dash. That's just straight up border dash. What are you telling me? Um, PNC is on my case today, man. He says United will not finish above Spurs, who beat United 4 times last season or last year. Well, you watch and see. You watch and see. You watch and see, bro. We just beat Bournemouth, and I know it's preseason, but Bournemouth is somebody that was better than us physically, technically, and in every way form. We just beat them four. You understand? In a very, very good style of play. I literally just said, yes, I know it's preseason. I literally just said it, but that is what we can work with. You understand? I just say the way we are playing, the pace and the intensity, if we match that in the Premier League, we are going to be better. He says, take Joe Willock. He has been shocking for us, but Joe Willock is injured. There's no way I'm taking Joe Willock. He's injured. He probably has an Achilles. PNC say, come on, bro, preseason. I understand that. I understand that. I understand that. I understand the fact that um it is preseason. But I'm telling you, I'm not looking at the opponent. I'm looking at what we did. What are the patterns of play? What is the intensity? What is truly, truly and surely the way I am feeling about the team? And I'm telling you that we are going to be better. And I'm not saying we are going to be better than Newcastle. I say we are going to be better than we were last season. And that could mean us being eighth place. That could mean us being fifth place. You understand? That could mean us being fifth place. Benahino says you are rejecting a player with 1 billion release clause. Bro, I don't want nothing to do with Joe Willock. I don't want nothing to do with Rafa. You can keep him. You understand? Until United get to keep out their trash, bro. Andre Onana is a good goalkeeper. Now he makes a mistake here and there. He makes a lot of mistakes, but um, he's a good goalkeeper. I still believe that. Chris says, "Did you hear about the Hakimi news, bro? I heard about it. I do not want to talk about it on TikTok because it's not something that I don't even try. I try my best not to cover that kind of a sensitive topic. But when it comes to that situation, I hope it's not true. Not I hope it's not true because of the I hope it's not true because of the victim or the proposed victim. But um, I truly hope it's not true because I also love Hakimi's style of play. It would be absolutely devastating if that is actually true. Um, bro, this girl, it's okay, it's okay. Mm, stop it. Andre Nana is good enough to lose. Andre Nana is good enough. Is good enough to lose. To Spurs four times, including the Europa League title. I still think he's good. He's a good goalkeeper. It is not Andre. It's not Andre Onana that caused us to lose the game. It's not Andre's fault. It's a team effort. It's a team effort. It is well, sir. Why they call me sir? Do I look like your sugar daddy? Eh? Do I? Um, Ibrahino says we will bless you with we blessed you with Onana. Why are you running from greatness? Don't get me wrong. I actually think Onana is a good goalkeeper. I think he's a good goalkeeper. That has had one of worst 2 years of his career. The worst 2 years of his career is quite unfortunate. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Uh, say why are both teams searching for the same positions? Well, well, you have a good night. You have a good night. You sleep tight, and I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Okay. Why are both teams searching for the same positions? Well, they do need strikers. They both need a striker. You understand? They both need strikers. And that's the best part about the situation. They both need strikers. And funny enough, one team already has a striker, but that team, they are trying to get they're trying to get their striker to Liverpool. So it's not the best. It's not the best of options. Um, PNC says Onana can't beat Spurs either at United or Ajax. Oh Lord of mercy. I'm in trouble with PNC today. I'm in trouble. It's still the same situation. Onana himself cannot do anything. Onana needs a team around him to do their job, for him to be able to do his job, for them to then win Spurs. You understand? It's not a one-time thing. It's not a one-time thing. It says and CM and right centre back. Well, Manchester United are not really bidding for a right centre back position. I think that's what they want to get in Gay. Yeah, I think that's his name is Gehi. Yeah, I think that's the name. That's what they want to get in Gehi, but like I don't think Manchester United are actually truly looking at Gehi. Guys, make sure you guys hit that like button. We got 4 likes right now on YouTube. Let's get it to 10. We are on a streak of getting our lives to at least 10 likes. So guys, let's get it to 10 ASAP. Come on now, let's keep on smashing that like button. Let's get it. So yeah, so many things are happening, so many things are happening, and the beautiful thing about what we are noticing and what we are basically realizing is that a lot of things are happening in this transfer market. A lot of things are happening in transfer market, and there's no way, right, no absolute way that we can settle down and understand that we are not going to go into the season without a striker or a midfielder. We can't go, or a striker and a midfielder. We need either or. We absolutely need either or. PNC says right. It is one. It is a one-time thing. Onana, Onana had two chances to beat Spurs, and Ajax was better, and still no. Bro, it's not Andre Onana's fault that they lost. I don't understand how you're not understanding this, brother. Come on now. Let's get better. Let's talk about Hyun Min Son. Hyun Min Son has decided to leave Tottenham Hotspur. He has decided to leave Tottenham Hotspur, and he probably is going to be going to the MLS. So this is going to be beautiful. It's going to be really good, and he is a legend for Tottenham Hotspur. He is a legend for Tottenham Hotspur. You understand? Legend, the only captain in my lifetime, right? In my lifetime to see lift a trophy with that goddamn bird on a ball for Spurs. He's the only captain in my lifetime that I have seen lift a trophy for Spurs. It basically says here talks between Heung-min Son and Los Angeles FC are ongoing. Tottenham have been informed. However, there is no agreement or decision at this stage. To be continued. So that's the situation. And then, of course, the beautiful freedom fighter that we all love and cherish. We all love and cherish the beautiful freedom fighter, Jadon Sancho. Florian Plattenberg says Borussia Dortmund are still working on transfer for Jadon Sancho and are exploring the possibility of a third return. Talks are ongoing. Sebastian Kiel did not deny Dortmund's interest in Sancho yesterday. Speaking to Sky, he said, we have various targets. We will still do something. We have a few days left." So that's definitely one thing he says. He says he would be a bench player at Spurs. Yeah, he will be. He will be a bench player at Spurs if he stays at Spurs. I'm talking about Huminson. Because he's just older. He's just older. He has done everything that he needs to do. Um, and yeah, that's about it. Blah 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 blah. Okay, here we go for Joe Polinia. Mikey Moore has joined Rangers on loan, which is crazy. How Tottenham Hotspur let Mikey Moore leave, I do not understand. I do not understand. PNC says Sancho joke from Manchester United. You can't deny that. Well, Berahino says, "What's your YouTube?" It is Pillah Sports, Pillah Sports. Same thing that you have here on TikTok. It is Pillar Sports on every channel, even on Twitch. We do have a Twitch because we go play soccer live, and you guys could actually watch me play. So we do have a lot of things kind of going when it comes to content. Um, PNC say, "I appreciate the banter." Hey, you have actually not seen me banter yet. PNC, what team do you support? Because maybe next time you come, I'll actually give you the banter that you actually deserve. Oh Lord. Oh my God, you support Spurs. I get it. I get it now. I get it now. Oh my God. So you have all this mouth. You have all this lip for raising a trophy. One trophy in 17 years. You have all this lip. All this lip for one trophy in 17 years. Brother, what are you talking about? What you were like a Liverpool fan or a Madrid fan or Berahino in YouTube. I see you, buddy. Salute. Hit that subscribe button, okay? Let's go. Bro, look at this dude. PNC out here supporting Tottenham Hotspur. PNC out here supporting Tottenham Hotspur. That's crazy. That is crazy. Said this is a mid of going off last season. This is a mid of going off last season. I don't understand. All right, well, let's give PNC 5 minutes. Let's see what PNC got to say. All right, PNC, come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Bear in mind before you go on, you're also on YouTube. I just wanted to tell you that. That's fine. Yeah, of course. All right, come on, talk to me. Well, first, I want to say that I appreciate the banter and I love your channel, and I appreciate you. We can banter back and forth. I appreciate you. In a community of Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's always love, even though it's bad, but still. Oh my God, oh my God. We are never going to leave this down. That terrible game. Terrible game. You guys absolutely, absolutely what do you call it? What's the word you would use? You absolutely decided not to follow what you guys have been playing the entire season. You guys have been playing a certain style of football the entire season, and all of a sudden, in the final, you decide to park the bus. That's what you guys did. Now it works. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but you can't be playing for Europa League and be 17th. Or why did you guys finish here? 17th. Oh no. You guys would have been relegated if you were 17th. 16th. Okay, yeah. So you guys are not getting relegated, but that's not the point. The point in this situation is that, bro, you can't be bantering me and talking about Spurs defeating Manchester United when you guys have not won anything. Well, you guys have won one thing in 17 years. Do you know that you guys had to clear out cobwebs that are older than my younger brother this year? That's how long you guys haven't gotten anything. Oh my God. Oh, you're going that far back? Is that what it is? It's Spurs. But are you going that far back? Are you going that far back? I don't think I was born at that time. Yeah, but these are trophies that were in their original state. You understand? They redesign trophies because they need to bring it into the modern era. You guys have the original state of trophies. You understand? When it was first conceived, that's when you guys got your trophy. So come on, bro. Let's understand that we need to cut our clothes according to our sizes. Let's not do that. I'm a United fan. You understand? If you're a Liverpool fan, I would understand. We still banter you because this is your second trophy in the modern era. But but come on, buddy. No, no, I wasn't bragging. That was not me bragging. That wasn't me bragging. I wasn't bragging. I was just telling you, okay, let me give you an example, right? It's just like how um if you have a kid, if you have a daughter, right? And your daughter goes to play what do you call it, tryouts, and she actually makes it. She hasn't even gone for the performance yet. The excitement that you watch that she can actually hang with the big dogs. You understand? That is what I'm talking about. It is just me understanding, right? The Manchester United are playing with more intensity. We are playing with more understanding of the system. You understand? That's all I was talking about. I know it's preseason, but did that game actually look like preseason to you? Did the game look like Bournemouth is actually trying to win it? I know that game too was crazy. You guys did win against Arsenal, but which first thing I have to say, I hated the fact that Spurs versus Arsenal was a preseason game. It's like me playing Liverpool. I do not like us playing those games in preseason because people can get injured. There's literally real animosity between the two sides. You understand? So I do not like it. Now, you guys absolutely won it and you guys should be happy. However, I would say that goal shouldn't have stood. Can we all agree that? Oh my God, they tripped Lewis Kelly. Why are we arguing this? Oh my God. We literally saw Lewis Kelly get clipped by Richarlison. Oh no, come on. Come on. If it's a VAR would definitely pull that back. No, there's no VAR in preseason. He has that kind of money to be putting in VAR in preseason. Yeah, we can agree that. I think the machine itself is good. but but the people translating the machine is really, really bad. They need a lot more training. They need a lot more training. We can agree with that. I think this is my proposal to the Premier League. They need to go and get the people that translate the NFL games, or some of them, because sometimes the NFL actually craps the bed too. But they need to go and get like people that translate the NFL game in terms of like the goal line or whatever. Just bring them to just train the people in the Premier League. Just train them a little bit for like let's say 6 months. Because so let me ask you this, since we're bringing in the NFL. Oh. Let me ask you this. So I'm a Spurs fan, and you're a United fan. Get it. Who would you say that United is most like in the NFL? And then who would you say Spurs are most like in the NFL? Because I have my opinion, but I want to hear from you first. All right, that's good. That's a really good question because I started watching the NFL not too long ago. I think 2014, 2015. And it was kind of the era or the end of the era of the Patriots, I believe. So I would say this. I would say a lot of people would say Manchester United are like Dallas, but Dallas hasn't won anything in this era. I don't think I was born when Dallas. In fact, I might have been the year I was born. That was the last time Dallas won the Super Bowl. So I would say United are the Patriots, right? United are the Patriots, those kind of sleeping giants that like they dominated the NFL for so long that they have definitely been hated but are never being ignored. But they are now sleeping because they haven't gotten their stuff together. Drake May probably is not the answer. Um, but for who Spurs is, I would say the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right. The Spurs have a championship. We are different in age. Yeah, you're lucky I did not say the Cleveland Browns. No. We're not talking about class. Okay, go ahead. Different in age, and I agree with you that Man United is definitely like Dallas Cowboys, where you can only time you can find Man United highlights are on YouTube or on VHS. Oh my God. All right, but I was born in 1979. Okay, so okay. Until we won the Europa League, I would say that the Spurs were like the Philadelphia Eagles, where we were that close, but we weren't winning in the end. And true. And now the Eagles have won 2 championships. Now, granted, the Europa League is not the Champions League, but I'm saying more. The Eagles were that close for so many years. Yeah. And didn't win. Now, granted, have we been that close for so many years? Maybe not. But you've gotten close a couple of times. Yeah. The year with Chelsea and Leicester and whatnot. So yeah. But I definitely think that Man U is the Cowboys of the NFL, where they were good for a while, and we haven't seen anything lately. That's not a knock. It's just an opinion. No, it's not even an opinion. It's a fact. You understand? It's like United. Don't get me wrong. United, when it comes to winning stuff, are still better than Arsenal, which is the craziest thing because in our worst era, which is basically the 13 years from now all the way to 2014, that's been our worst era because it has just been really bad. But within that time, we still find a way to get trophies. We still find way to get a Europa League, an FA Cup or 2 FA Cups, and some Carabao Cups in there. But the thing about Manchester United that we are truly facing is what we are actually solving right now. And I'm going to say this, I haven't made a video about this because I've been looking for someone to edit the video the way I would like it, and I don't have the time to do it myself. But there's a situation that I need a lot of people to understand. When Sir Alex Ferguson was in the reigns of Manchester United, he had this system. What he did was he bought players from the Premier League that were Premier League proven, right? He will buy players from the Premier League that are Premier League proven and then sprinkle in that Premier League proven team a maverick from outside. You understand? So you will have the likes of Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, and then Cristiano Ronaldo. You have the likes of Wayne Rooney, um, Cristiano Ronaldo, and then Dimitri Berbatov that was already playing in the Premier League at that time, but it kind of felt a little bit different. He did not play like a Premier League player. So that was Sir Alex Ferguson's style of recruitment. Bear in mind, he was in charge of recruitment, negotiations, and doing the whole nine. You understand? When Manchester United, when he left with David Gill, who was our kind of technical CEO at that time. He left, and that's where everything kind of went down the drain. Because what we started doing is we left the system that he gave us. It was crystal clear. You understand? He left the system, and we started focusing on the big names, the biggest of names, the big names. It's like what Jimmy Haslam did with what's the quarterback's name that all of a sudden now has become a TikToker. Um, dang, what's his name? He had Achilles injuries. Um, yeah, for the Browns, he signed Watson just like that. Yeah, so that's what Manchester United started doing. We started spilling money on the biggest names in football. Paul Pogba. Bear in mind, we let Paul Pogba go for free, right? We bring Paul Pogba. We bring Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial was a kid at that time. We bring Alexis Sanchez. We bring Edison Cavani. We just kept on bringing. We kept on bringing. But what we have started seeing right now was the idea of we bring someone that has actually worked from the grassroots in the Premier League in Jason Wilcox, right? Someone that a lot of people actually appreciate his eyes. So he doesn't even have like the notebook that everybody would have these days. He just looks at the player and he's like, yeah, that guy has it. And there's some people that have that. That was the same thing with the baseball legend that, in terms of a scout, I've forgotten his name, but they even made a movie about him. That's the kind of guy that Jason Wilcox is. And then they brought Christopher Vivel from outside for that sprinkle. You get me? For that sprinkle. You understand? And so what Manchester United are doing now is that they are going back into that same blueprint that Sir Alex have given. They are literally getting Premier League proven players, right? And sprinkling the Maverick from outside. That's why Benjamin Sesko to me is going to be a revelation if Manchester United can get him. I, Mike Vrabel. Mm, absolutely. I think I think Bill Belichick, Sir Alex Ferguson, or I wouldn't even say for the Premier League. I think Sir Alex Ferguson is the greatest manager in the world in every sport, in every sport, because of basically what he has done. Um, like I bought this book that he wrote. Well, he didn't really write himself, but it kind of like put together about him and his life. And I watched him because I started watching United when I was literally like 4. Not I did not know a lot of anything when I was 4 years old, but like I still have VHS clips of me celebrating and whenever United score or win, that my parents showed me, and then I just got to love them when they came in 2008 to that at that time. And so I watched this manager literally because what he did wasn't just a manager's job. So Bill Belichick, right, was thank you, man. I appreciate that. Bill Belichick, right, was the coach and the general manager. You understand? While Sir Alex Ferguson is the coach, the general manager, and the owner. That is what he was. Technically, right? That was what he was. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, dog. Yeah, no, I get it. But that's what he was. And that's why I think he's the greatest because the things that he had to do for every club that he actually worked in was astronomical. And he brought them from the brink of literally obscurity, right? He brought them from the brink of obscurity to where they are. He was the coach of Aberdeen. I did not even know what the club Aberdeen was. Manchester United found him, you understand, brought him into the club. And Manchester United players at that time were, let's go drink, let's go party, let's go do this, let's go do that. And he came and he literally kicked out, bro, he kicked out so many people just to get the idea of we are here to do work. And he obsessed, he obsessed, he obsessed. And the moment he broke um that camel back, I mean whatever, with the first FA trophy, he never looked back from that. And this is actually the reason why I thought that he's one of the greatest. Salute, thank you, man. One of the reasons I thought that he's one of the greatest was that he understood when people's voices have become stale. A lot of people do not get that. Because as a coach, right? As a coach, as a manager, you have to understand that you need to motivate your players every single year to go back and fight like they haven't won the previous year. So what he would do is after the 2, 3 years of a coach's contract, he'll be like, "Thank you for your whatever they call it, your your contribution to us getting the trophies and stuff." And he would literally go and find a coach that is better even though he literally won the league previously, he will literally break it up, find a coach that is better, and put it on top. Plus, the fact that he understood that nobody was bigger than the club. So if you messed up, he will sell you the next day. Bro, Roy Keane was one of my heroes. You understand? One of my heroes. I did not get to watch him like that. I literally just watched clips. But I understood that this dude is ridiculous because I wanted to play his position. Absolutely amazing, right? He challenged Sir Alex, and the next day he was gone. This was the captain, the soul of the club. The next day he was gone, and he got replaced quicker than you could even say Jack. And that's the thing about Sir Alex. So Manchester United are definitely getting back in a position where we are utilizing the ideas that he brought into the club. And yes, Manchester United are not buying the best of the best because us, when it comes about Manchester United buying the best of the best, we would have gone to, if Sir Alex was here, we would have gone to Arsenal and gone and go grab, what's his name? Bukayo Saka. We will literally go to Arsenal and go and buy Bukayo Saka. We will go to Chelsea and go and buy Cole Palmer. That is how Sir Alex Ferguson moved. But he will move in that way that the moment he comes, it was harder to say no than to actually like than to actually be like it was harder to like to let me know if you say harder. It was harder to say yes because of the things that came with it. You understand? Than to just say no. That was Sir Alex. But I don't want to go too much into this because I could talk all day about that man. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have. We definitely have. I think Mateus Cunha is, when it comes to play teams outside the top four, he is one of the best players in the Premier League. And then you look at Brian Buemo. After Erling Haaland and Mohamed Salah, he scored the most goals, and he also has the highest expected assist. Now, an expected assist basically means like, okay, you get all these chances, and then you create all these chances, but it's now left for your striker to score. He had about 15, 12 assists, expected assists, right? And he gave 7. But he also created 20 big chances. Do you understand? Can you put like I don't know if you're a stats guy, but like if you put those two things together, then you understand that you can get the average of like he might have gotten around 16 assists. So if you're looking at 16 assists and 20 goals, if he brings anything close to those numbers, Manchester United are already better from one player. From one player. You understand? So that's the great thing about it. That's why I'm like, Manchester United are going to be better than last season. Absolutely. It is not even debatable in my mind. The only thing that I would say that could cause it to like be really bad is if the coaching is not as good as I think it is. You understand?
Is it okay? I have to say though, you're saying the coaching, okay? It has to be your goalkeeping. Come on, Onana is not good. He is not good. He is not good. What did he do good last year? Please tell me. Where was he good last year? You guys are great to go after Donnarumma because Onana sucks.
Um, I would say this, right? I would say this. Andre Onana has had a really, really bad 2 years. He has. He has. But I refuse to believe. I refuse, bro. I refuse to believe that the person I watched assist Inter Milan to the Champions League final, that Pep Guardiola is literally, understand, he literally set his team up to counter Andre Onana. You understand? He set his team up to counter Andre Onana, not because of his goal stopping, but because of his legs. He understands that he can break lines like that. We haven't even seen that Andre Onana. Andre Onana is a goalkeeper that usually would allow his defenders, right, press the pitch. Oh, this is good. I hope you can see my board, right? So this, let's say this is Inter Milan. They play the same system. What Andre Onana was really good at, that he's not showing in Manchester United yet, or has not gotten the opportunity to show, is that he makes this happen, right? He makes this happen. So what I'm basically showing here, let's say this is the center line, right? The center line is right there. Thank God I have everything close to me anyway.
Remember, I'm a Spurs fan, so you're really going to have to convince me.
No, I'm good. I understand. Yeah. So this is what Andre Onana does. This is the full pitch. You understand? He makes the team push up because he's a sweeper goalkeeper. He's basically um he's basically Neuer with the ability to actually pass the ball. Neuer is really good at closing the spaces. So he does this, right? He does this. He steps out of his goal and makes sure that anything that comes across this line, because the idea of this situation is that you push the other team into their half, making it that the only way they break it is if they pass the ball very, very well, and then they literally do a true pass to where the opponent has gotten the ball, and then you're in trouble. Or
Spurs against Ajax in the Champions League.
basically, or you have and there are three ways. Spurs, and I'm going to the reason I remember this is actually because of Spurs. Lucas Moura, they did the same thing with Ajax. Ajax pushed Spurs to the brink. You understand? Ajax pushed Spurs to the brink. Lucas Moura, with that run that was absolutely brilliant. He ran through lines. He ran through lines and got to the post, and there was nothing Andre could do at that situation. But the reason I'm saying this is if Andre Onana was the Andre Onana that we knew, right? If he was the Andre Onana that we knew, what will be seeing Manchester United do if what Manchester City does? Manchester City only plays in your half. They only play in your half. The only way you beat them is when you have a very fast striker or winger, right? That you can then do the Bruno Fernandez pass to Marcus Rashford. And what you see in that situation is that Edison then runs to get the ball and kicks the ball out or kicks the ball back. You understand? Or passes the ball to his defender. That's what Andre Onana was best at. He was also good at the shot stopping. But what has happened in Manchester United is that These three red buttons, right, has never been solid since he arrived. It has always been a change in these three. Even when we figured out last season that things were actually good, right? There was always a change in these three. There was always a change. There was something that was changing. Even with Eric Ten Hag, there was something that was changing in these three. When he was good at Inter, those three were always present because they had chemistry, they had an understanding. And that is one thing that the goalkeeper needs. When you change this, it doesn't just affect the defense, it also affects the goalkeeper because now he has to start adjusting to who's in there. Whether or what's the person's tendencies. Does the person step out here to get the pass? Or does he step in? All those things are things that those split second of you thinking, right? The split second of you thinking is where you're a little late to drop on the ground. It's where you're a little late to get on the ground. And that is the reason why, don't get me wrong, I truly believe that Manchester United made the biggest mistake lately in these 5 years by pushing out David De Gea.
So
Because, go ahead.
yes, if the back 3
Mhm.
is where their error is, and that's where their mistake is, why are they not strengthening that? Or strengthening the top?
Now, I did not say the error or mistake. I said the change. They were always changing it because what was the problem? And if you realize this, a lot of pundits were always like, "Why are you changing the centre backs? Why are you changing the centre backs?" Because what Amorim came, he wanted to basically get a tell, a background of who his players are from start to finish.
Yeah.
And so he kept on changing this. And you will see injury here and injury there. You understand? Those are the things that I'm not saying for me personally, these three positions are our strongest in the team. Now let me mention this to you. You have Luke Shaw that can play here. You have no. I understand. I want to literally play. Let's. Oh, this is good. Let's actually just talk about it. We have Luke Shaw that can play here, right? You have Luke Shaw, you have Lisandro Martinez, and you have Aiden Heaven. So those are the three on the left hand side. In the middle, you have um, Mateus Delit and Harry Maguire, and maybe Lenny Yoro. In this position, you have Lenny Yoro, right? You have Lenny Yoro, you have Mazraoui in this right back position. And right now, we had Fredrickson. You understand? That came in. So we have three guys in this position that the first two guys absolutely solid. The first two in these three positions absolutely solid. You understand? In my mind, now the biggest position that we have a problem is the green. That's the biggest position.
Your CDM.
Yes, because Casemiro too old.
Oh,
Doesn't have the legs. Doesn't have the legs anymore. But he is actually still good if we were playing in Europe because it's slower. He understands how to play in Europe and he basically gets the winning formula. He has that. But he's too slow in the Premier League.
Minus the Europa League where Van de Ven.
Well,
No.
well, he was pretty good in the Europa League until the final.
Until Van de Ven denied him.
Yeah, that's just it.
Yeah.
And then you look here. Right now, this is going to be Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is a great player, but he needs somebody with legs, but also technical ability to defend in front foot and back foot. Now, you may ask me what is defending in front foot and back foot. Front foot basically means, right? Before the thing starts to happen, before craziness start to happen, he knows how to step into the position where he closes things and basically puts out fires before it starts. Basically, think about Frankie De Jong. You understand? That's who we also need. But then Manchester United, because we are playing a two pivot, you also need that same guy to be able to do back foot defending. Who is back foot defending? Moises Caicedo. Somebody that can, as you're running back, understands I'm going to step in and intercept the ball or step in and hold my line so long that everybody is able to get back into position. You understand? That is Moises Caicedo. Now, Moises Caicedo is also somebody that can do the front foot defending. He can also turn up the fires, and that is why they paid that amount of money for him for Chelsea. Guess what? Guess another player that can do that. Now, he's not perfect yet, but can do that. Carlos Baleba.
Okay.
We don't have the money to bring him from Brighton. We don't. Another person that can do it, but is not as good in the back foot defending, is Edison of Atalanta. But Atalanta are not going to sell him.
No, no, of course not.
You understand? So that's the problem that we are having. Manchester United have already secured these two positions, and this is this position here and these two positions, and of course this guy as the least priority is the biggest problem for Manchester United. So that's basically what I think in this situation. Okay, now the tactic boards can go to bed. Except you want me to bring you back up, then I'll bring you back up.
Well, I'm with you on the bed. I don't know where are you broadcasting from?
I'm from Michigan.
Oh, okay. I'm in Virginia.
Oh, the DMV.
That's right, right. So are you go blue or go green?
I'm blue. I'm blue all the way.
See, this is great. We may have a disagreement on football, but we agree on football.
I'm blue all the way. I do not like the Spartans whatsoever. I love putting belt to ass after to the Spartans. And you know what I actually love the most? Whenever we get to the Buckeyes, where we can just oh that definitely makes me happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, that definitely makes me happy.
I have to get my son to football practice at 7 a.m.
Okay.
I enjoyed our conversation, and I enjoy your channel, and I will continue to jump in and chime in whenever. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. By the way, are you saying football as in American football or football as in
I
soccer?
said we may disagree on football,
Okay.
European,
Yeah.
but we agree on college football.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
But what about NFL then? Who's your NFL team?
Oh, I do not have one. I'm that lame of a dude that just sees like somebody that you really like to watch and you just attach yourself wherever he goes. That's the same thing with me with basketball. I cherish LeBron James and how he plays the game. And so wherever LeBron goes, I go. And for me in football is Patrick Mahomes, just because he makes it fun. You understand?
See, we're different generation because I'm the Jordan era.
Okay, okay. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. He was definitely a cold dude too. I've watched clips.
Never lost in the finals. Never.
Oh, he also lost before he got to the finals. So it was like, let's not forget about all that. He lost to the bad boys, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud to say that.
Okay, well, all right. So we that would be for another time. But as far
Yeah,
as
for
the
sure.
NFL is concerned, you're more than welcome to join the Philadelphia Eagles
Yay!
anytime.
Now they were cold last summer. Oh, yeah, last summer, yeah. No, it was this year. Super
More
Bowl
than welcome to join the Philadelphia Eagles.
for sure.
And Phil Sports, I kind of thought when I first started following you, I was like, oh, it's going to be talking about Philadelphia. So
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
European football. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I can get on this. I can get on board this thing.
The good thing about what the reason why the name is that too is mostly for a community. I the whole play on pillars of the community. I wanted the channel to be something that would be dictated by every single person in here. Plus, I'm also very versatile in sports. Sometimes I can actually even talk about golf. You understand? So it's like I do have a lot of interest in sports. It's basically been my life. I started playing tennis before I even went to play soccer. So yeah, that's basically it. So hey, there's a lot of things we talk about here. Plus, we also talk about life too. So because a lot of people need people to talk to. So I'm
Yeah,
definitely here.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate your channel, and I'm definitely going to be a follower. So
All right,
thank you
thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And hopefully you wake up before 7 so you can get the kids breakfast before they go to play play football. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you for coming through. It's truly great. In fact, we will start doing this a little bit more just to bring people on so we can actually have conversations. So thank you for being an OG for sure.
Be
Thank
well,
you.
brother.
All right, man. Safe. Guys, that was really good, man. That was really good. It was really good. We definitely would absolutely love you guys to come through and have conversations with us. Because it's just amazing to get to know the guys that are the pillars of this community personally. You get me? Personally, it's no joke. It is truly amazing. I'm glad to see everybody is loving it so far. So, guys, make sure you guys join us on YouTube too, because we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. That is the goal that we have set for ourselves, and hopefully, we can do that in August. That has definitely been a dream of mine, so we can absolutely start. And I know I'm absolutely transparent to this. That 1,000 subscribers definitely is a goal because it gets us to a place that the channel then can survive by itself. Then we can bring more people. Then we can have somebody editing what I basically spoke about. PNC says, "Glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. Go, you Spurs." That's awesome. But yeah, that's definitely the goal. So guys, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And then if you guys want to have any conversations with us, drop the comment down below. We talk about anything. Basically, you guys even got to see a shorty that I be talking to on my live here. And I was actually here. Take care, brother. Salute to you, man. I was here being flustered a little bit because she wasn't live. But um Chris says, how the lads? What the lads? I always love the fact that you're a Newcastle fan and is the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. For me to understand that, like, yeah, we battling for one player, but yeah, he's also able to kind of have conversations with me without any like animosity or crazy banter. So that's definitely good because here we absolutely love a healthy community. We love the sports that we love and we talk about it. So that's definitely good for everyone. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, people. It is truly, truly going to do us a lot of good if everyone hits the subscribe button and hits the follow button, because we definitely talk about a lot of things here, and it's definitely worth time that you put in it. So thank you very much. What else are we going to talk about before we call it a night, people? La la la. Okay, Hato. Florian Wirtz is going to be wearing the number 7 shirt. Well, that's a pretty good number. Luis Suarez, that's what I remember. Juventus are aware of 3 Premier League clubs in direct contact with Diego Luis' camp. Nottingham Forest and Everton both called in recent days with player keen on the Premier League return. He should definitely come back. I can't wait to see that. Everton are preparing a new proposal for Tyler Diblin after opening a £27 million bid rejected. Plan is to return to the table and try to get the deal done with Southampton. Why is Manchester United not in this deal? I do not understand. Do you think Ramsdale can be number 1 goalkeeper for Newcastle in the future? Actually think he is going to displace Nick Pope, and I think Newcastle should sell Nick Pope for them to actually make some money because I believe Ramsdale is good enough to be a number 1 for Newcastle. Um, blah blah blah. Fabrizio Romano says Manchester United informed RB Leipzig about their plan to bid for Benjamin Sesko, also to show evidence to the player that they are he is their top priority as new striker. Now, Sesko will decide in the next days with Man United and Newcastle proposal on the table. So that's definitely good. So hopefully we can see that he chooses Manchester United in the future. In the dismay, of course, Fabrizio Romano also posted £25 million release clause into Denzel Dumfries' contract. Inter has now officially expired. Chris says, no, 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 he wasn't ready. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, Nathan Salt. This is another good Um, this is another good reporter. He says Manchester United to host away match screenings at Old Trafford this season. They are hoping to create a pub-like atmosphere. £25 includes hot dog, hot food plus drink. Club, oh my God, what's my club turning into? They are looking for so much for money that they are literally doing this boo. It says Manchester United are opening the doors to fans for away game screening at Old Trafford this season. Okay, so I actually think that that might be actually good because they are actually opening the doors for fans to come and watch the game, the away game, Old Trafford. The new scheme, which will cost fans £25 per match, will see supporters unable to land away match tickets the chance to watch Manchester United from the international suite at Old Trafford in what has been described as the insiders as a pub-like atmosphere. The suite will be decked out with big strings showing the games, as well as a bar and hot food. And rats in the kitchen. I hope the rats are not still in the kitchen. I hope they have absolutely figured that out. It says the £25 admission includes one free drink as well as a portion of food in what sources feel. Jesus Christ, what have we done? What have we done to deserve this? Um, the 25 admission includes one drink as well as a portion of food in what sources feel represent a value for money experience. Season ticket holders now have the chance to buy tickets to stadium screenings for the first three away games of the season at Fulham, at Manchester City, and at Brentford. United have one of the most in-demand away tickets, and demand to go continues to be at an all-time high despite the disappointing results on the pitch. Oh la 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 la. Insiders hope the screenings can help ease the demand and prove popular, particularly given that more fans protest are planned against the club's owner for the forthcoming season. What? That line don't make sense to me. Insiders hope the screenings can help ease the demand and prove popular, particularly given the more fans' protests are planned against the club's ownership. So, are you doing it because you don't want them to protest? Is that what you're doing it for? I don't understand. Um, there have been a friction with supporters just recently after it emerged that bosses were considering bringing in controversial personal seat license. Oh my God. Should they move to the new stadium, which should see the fans charge up to £4,000 simply for the right to buy a seat? Oh my God. I knew that that was a thing, but I never understood that it was a real thing. Guys, do you guys actually want me? In fact, it's not a question. So this PSL, which is seat license system, right? To kind of explain it in the lamest of terms, it is basically it's like you going to the city, getting a license to start building. It doesn't, how much you pay to the city for that license is not in the budget for the building. It's not in the budget for the building. That is what they're trying to do. It is very controversial, but they're literally saying for you to be able to buy a season ticket, you might need to pay £4,000 for you to buy a season ticket for £800. Oh my God. Oh my God. I understand that it's going to bring a lot of money to the club, but brother, these people do not have that money. These are local lads going to watch the game. I understand you're opening it up for what do you call it? For a lot more reception from international wide and what do you call it? Migration and things. But bro, that's too much money. Chris says, I just realized we play Atletico Madrid next week. Sheshko signed for us. We need you, bro. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm hoping he signs for Manchester United. United. Oh no, this is too much. This is too much. That proposed triggered anger among large section of the fan base, who have already launched a series of protests against the Glazer family and Sir Jim Ratcliffe Ineos Group. Mail Sports reveal plans are in place for further large-scale demonstrations in a move which may come as a blow to Manchester United official, hoping to build on the optimism triggered by the arrival of summer signings Mateus Cunha and Brian Buemo, and some encouraging performance from Ruben Amorim's men on the US tour. They seek to improve on last season's 15th place finish. Supporters groups like the 1958's claim the introduction of the PSLs, which United are adamant has only been explored hypothetically, would force out supporters who have followed the clubs for decades and represents another step towards Americanization of the game. While United have been the first, while United will be the first Premier League club to utilize such system, they are, the, such system they are commonplace in the NFL. They they also say the fact that US based CSL International raised the prospect with fans during a consultation over the stadium shows how out of touch our club and owners have become. That's not a lie. That's not a lie. With football, it's a little bit different. Sahil, my coach, Pillah Agodi, saluting you, brother. With football, it's totally different from the NFL. The NFL is a business. The NFL is a business, and that is cool. The NFL, it's a business, and that is cool. But, but with football, with soccer, it's different. It's different. It's more of like it's a family. Let me give you guys an example, right? There is someone, right? There is someone. You say, why are we so alike? Our new stadium plans are crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. You guys keep on copying us. Newcastle just keep on copying us, copying our name and everything. But um with what we are seeing, right? With what we are seeing, it is crazy work. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. This guy that I'm talking about, I think um he what's his name? Okay. So the MK Dunks was moved by an owner. They moved them from the original position, right? So we announced our blueprint first. Yeah, right. Newcastle. What do you mean Newcastle? I like your blueprint first. We've been talking about this for a long time. It says Newcastle have outlined their package and long-term vision for Benjamin Sesko and are now waiting his decision. While reports from Slovenia suggest Sesko may have chosen Newcastle, there have been no official communication. Manchester United are also in the race, and the general feeling is that they remain favourites. Well, we'll see. 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 Oh, what's next? What's next? Anyway, guys, thank you guys for joining us and just rocking with us for this long. It is not a joke. I truly, truly appreciate every single bit of you guys coming here with every comment, with every gift that you guys have given. One thing is that I'm promising. I'm promising that whatever it is going to be going back into the content here. It is truly amazing. Simi, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate you. We are almost done, but it is good to see you that you are doing very well. Hopefully, you have great fun, and the summer is absolutely rocking out for you guys lately. Like you too. Is it this way they do it this way or this way they do it now? Because I don't know which one is the latest one. So somebody tell me, is it this way is still the one in form or this is the way they do it now? But I get this is the easiest way to do it. But thank you very much, guys. I truly appreciate you guys for joining us. We've been live for going on how many hours now? We're almost 2 hours in. So guys, make sure you guys join us on YouTube too. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. That would absolutely be great. But I've been having fun with you guys, man. I've been having fun. We had conversations today, and guess what? Guess what? um I'm definitely going to be opening a show where we can actually just have conversations, right? We can actually just have conversation, and maybe that will be the Saturday show, Saturday night show, where you guys can get to know me a little bit, um, and then I can kind of just answer some questions that you guys may need. You get that you guys may need answer some questions, and then we can go from there because I have a lot of experience. Don't get me wrong, I'm a young cat, but like I've seen a lot of life. So guys, make sure you guys hit that follow button on subscribe on YouTube and on TikTok. Eloading says, can you say don't fear, Eloading is here for an edit. Don't fear, Eloding is here for an edit. Or don't fear, Eloding is here. Make sure you send the edit to me, and hopefully the edit is actually good. Because you better not be capping. And you better not be trash too. Because we don't do that. We don't do that. All right, look, these girls. I don't know how I'm gonna pay you guys back for showing me love today. Your beautiful sister came here and showed me love too, and now you guys are showing me love too. Let me say this. I don't know how I'm gonna pay you guys back, but I truly appreciate it. Whenever I see you guys, just remind me that I owe you guys whatever shots for whatever time you guys want to. I got it. Whatever cocktails you guys also want, just let me know. In fact, I'll just give you the card so you guys take and go do your thing. But thank you for showing me love. I truly appreciate it. Um, says E-Lady says I didn't record it. Okay, record it right now. I'm about to do it. This is my this is my acting voice because I used to do voiceover in my other life. All right, are you ready? Are you ready to record? Don't fear. E-loading is here. Well, I gotta do it again. Don't fear. E-loading is here. You get it? Yes, sir. Oh yeah, now I hope you got it. Simi says you're a great person. Well, I appreciate you, Lev. I appreciate you. It's truly good to know. It's truly good. It's truly good. So just let me know though. I'm not gonna let you guys wiggle out of this one. Let me know. I really want to show you guys the love that you guys have shown me so far. It's truly good. Because I know you guys may not I'm not talking about my Molody Sundowns here, so you may not know what I'm talking about. Or Kaiser Chiefs. But but it's all love. It's all love. Even the fact that you guys come on here with the live, I'm truly appreciated. Um, but yes, YouTube guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys have a lovely evening. I know it's Friday or it's Saturday now, and you guys have been rocking me through the days. So, if you guys want to join me on TikTok, I'm still going to be live on TikTok for a little while. But much love, you guys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit that like button so you do not miss out on anything that we do here on Pillar Sports. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful night. Peace.